I'm at a house. They're trying to sell the house. And the front porch was terrible. There was holes in it. They tried to patch it and pass it off like this. And I don't know if the video shows it, but it looks like shit. So they called me in to rescue them because a concrete guy gave them a $1,800 repair estimate. So they had seen some work that I did via a friend, and they wanted to know if they could get it done a lot cheaper. Sure, I'll do it for $1,790 US. But anyway, I had two options. One was I was considering tiling right over top of it, or I could go over it with what appears with decking. So I decided to go with the decking for a couple different reasons. I'll explain it later because it's hot as hell out here. My under titties are sweaty. So I got to get back to work, and I'll do some more filming later. Okay, so first thing I did after I figured out what I was going to do with this porch is I laid out where I'm going to put the wood for that's going to attach to the concrete itself. Second thing I did, cut my pieces to length, and then I came over here and I drilled some holes every 16 inches so that when I put my epoxy in between the concrete and the wood, those holes will help hold the epoxy and keep it from moving back and forth and left and right. If you don't know what I mean, I don't know what to say. I'm new to this. And it's still hot as hell out here. Can somebody bring me a cold glass of water? So here, I filled up the holes with the epoxy, or you can say glue if you want. And then I put a liberal amount where the holes are. Don't get cheap at this part, okay? Don't be cheap and get skimpy with it. Put plenty on there. I might even put a little more on there than what I have. All right, next step is to clamp it in place. I was getting ready to clamp this one in place, and my damn clamp is broke. I bet one of my kids did this shit. Well, I had to improvise, so I used some pavers to weight it down. It's hot. Damn, it's hot. Okay, guys. Next step, I put this piece, I glued the two ends and clamped them down. Then I put this piece across the front so that my other pieces that I glue down, and then I'll eventually screw them with Tapcons, that's pushed up against the edge of this board, making them all even for when I put my 2x12 across there for my steps. This 2x4 is just here temporarily. The sweat under my titties is horrendous. Now, I have the front joists on. I'm trying to use words that the normal person would recognize. But when I'm talking about this piece of wood here, it's a 2x12. I've notched it out around the steps, and then I'll come on the side of this with my new steps and make them slightly wider. But as you can see, it's oh, hold on, that's not level. Let me get the other level. That one will show that it's level. Okay, see, that's pretty, man. That other level, it shows the accurate, and it showed it was off, so I had to put this one on here because this one will do what I ask it to do. It's still hot. I'm thirsty. They won't let me leave and go get a drink of water, and they won't give me a drink till I'm done. All right, it's the end of the day. It doesn't look like I got a lot done, but I was doing some work on the inside of the house too, so don't think I'm slow and lazy. Get that caution tape up. Don't want nobody getting hurt, and even more important, we don't want to get sued, because that's way more important than people getting hurt. As well. And it's still hot. All right, guys, so today is my third day working, but the second day, which was yesterday, I was late getting here because the day before, when it was hot and I was over here working, I get home and my central air ain't working. So a buddy of mine named Huck, he's an HVAC guy. So he came over yesterday morning, got me together. Thanks, Huck. And by the time he got done and I paid him and I got over here, it was around 11 o'clock in the morning. I got set up to get started working, and about 10 minutes after I started working, we had an unexpected thunderstorm in the area. So I had to shut it down. So you might remember that I had a piece of board going across here. I took that down. It was only up temporary. Then I got my wood here installed. So now, and also over here, I got the framing that goes over here. I'll put that back today, and then we'll do this section here and get our steps and stuff all framed out. So we should be pretty good today as far as the framing. And yes, it is still hot out here. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I'm fat, and so when it gets hot, man, damn. All right, well, let me get to work. I'll get back to you guys later. Okay, guys, as of yesterday, I worked late, and it was still hot, and I was just sweating and I'm just tired. So by the end of the day, I was too tired to make a video. So I'm going to pretend that this is the end of the day yesterday. So, but what we did, or what I did, I'm working by myself, and that's a story I do want to tell you about this. But I built these steps and got it prepped for the tops and the sides and all that stuff today. Okay. So last night when I got done, it was around 9 o'clock. Put this stuff in here just to have some temporary steps in case of an emergency, even though the customer said they won't be using the front porch. You never know what could happen. So I had it taped off with the caution tape all around it, but it was too dark and I was too tired to do a video after I got done. And it's another hot ass day out here, man. Sheesh. And it's humid, so I keep it. And where we're at now, it's kind of out in the country. They're developing quite a bit, but it's a lot of farmland, and I don't know if people out here are used to it, but it seems like it's a lot of storms just come out of nowhere. So they call them pop-ups storms, I guess. But it's been holding the job up, but we're getting there. So I'm putting on the composite decking on the tops, and I'm doing all this by myself. Like I said, I'll tell you the reason for that in another video. But for right now, it is slow motion, and this heat ain't helping. All right, I'll see you later. All right, It's the end of a day. Today happens to be Saturday. Told myself I was going to stop working on weekends, but I had to get this job done. They got open houses and stuff this weekend for this house. But I got the tops on. Obviously, I still got to do my finish work around here. I'll do all that on Monday. But yeah, it's coming together. The customers are happy. All the neighbors want some work done. Unfortunately, I do not like working for too many customers. It's rough. But this was a special situation for a good friend of mine, so, and I'll tell you about it at a later date. All right, so today I started hanging the trim, and tomorrow I'll finish hanging it. I got stuff to do on the inside of the house too, so that's why I didn't get done with this yet. But the house is already pretty much sold, so I just need to finish that trim tomorrow and then paint it a couple coats, and I'll be done with this outside porch. It has cooled down by at least 10 degrees today, so you guys can quit listening to me cry about how hot I am. All right, we'll be back tomorrow. First coat of paint on all the trim. It's coming together nicely. For up to me, I would make these little parts here a different color, but I don't think they want it done that way. They just want it all white. They just want to get the house sold. So that part I'd make a different color. That part, you know, like maybe a tan or something, but oh well, it's their house. That is one good looking set of steps.